Hi everyone, I'm back again for another deconstruction.
That don't make you happy. I don't know.
My name is Ski Oakenfull.
My name is Declan McGlynn.
And this time we're doing an absolute classic. It's Photech featuring Robert Owens, Mind to Give.
Apparently Ski said he bought this the day it came out, which I debate. I think he just bought it yesterday on Discogs.
Absolutely not. Look, it's got the date here. I mean, it doesn't prove anything really, but it says the 9th of February 2001.
It's authentic original.
Yeah. But it's brilliant to have you back.
It's great to be back. It's been, what, 5 years I feel like? Yeah, 5 years.
This is a kind of a new thing. It's a new type of deconstruction with a new element, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But yeah, essentially, it's kind of, you've been working with this company called VoiceSwap, right?
That's right, yeah.
And we're going to actually try this out within the deconstruction. But can you tell me about VoiceSwap? What is it?
Yeah, so it's a platform co-founded by DJ Fresh, who some viewers might know from a couple of number ones and a long DJ career that he's had. He wanted to build something that was ethical around this around AI. So it essentially allows users to upload acapellas, samples, whatever they have, audio they want to use. They can convert it into the voice of another singer, which I'm sure you've seen before on the internet with fake Drake and etc. But the difference with VoiceSwap is that we work directly with the artists. We gather the training data with them and their teams. We record everything new, so there's no copyright issues. So in this particular example, we work with Robert Owens and his team to create this AI model of his voice. And it's now on our platform for anyone to upload their audio to and use, which we're going to show later. And what's great is he gets paid. So there's a royalty split. Every time you use his voice, he gets played 50-50 with the subscription revenue from the usage of his voice. So it's like a really good way to show that ethical AI is possible. It's not all about scraping the internet and stealing everything. There is a way to do it, like a brighter future where people like us can get in, we're able to get in the studio with Robert without him having to be there, which is amazing. It's like a world first, really. And he gets paid for the process and for the privilege. Cool. We worked hard on that, and now we're going to show you what it sounds like.
I'm certainly kind of really excited by this. I think Point Blank Music School as an institution, you know, we're fascinated by AI and the possibilities that it creates and also the income streams that it can create for our students.
Totally.
I'd like to mention as well, we've got a new degree called Music Software Engineering, and we're going to be looking at kind of AI technologies and coding within that degree as well. So this is really interesting. Let's give it a go. So as ever, look at a few fun facts to do with this track. So Photech is AKA Rupert Parks. He was born in the UK, but living over in LA at the moment, doing loads of kind of soundtrack stuff and films and things. This track was written by Rupert and Robert Owens. So I imagine Robert wrote the vocal, but produced by Rupert Parks. Came out in 2001. I think there was like a sort of release in 2000 on a sort of white label or something, and then it kind of got signed. It came out on Science, which was a sub-label of Virgin, and it appeared on Photech's album Solaris, which came out in 2000. Style-wise, I mean, this is why I bought it, because I love this sound, but it's got that real deep, soulful house sound. Very reminiscent of Larry Heard, who's my kind of hero, that Chicago house sound. And has got the 909 drums. It's got this great kind of repetitive synth stab sound in as well, which is really nice.
Very dubby.
Very dubby, yeah. And it's just heavy. It's a heavy track.
It's great.
Yeah. So, what have I got here? I've got Live 12 Beta. So this is actually the first deconstruction using
world
Live
exclusive.
12. Yeah, exactly. And Push 3, so like...
Oh, you're a man of exclusive, Ski. It's first AI deconstruction, first Live 12 deconstruction.
It's got it all.
It's got it all.
Yeah. So I've got the kind of sounds preloaded here, and what I'm going to do is kind of, put in the parts, and then we'll look at the vocal as well. So yeah, this is the 909 kit. This is the standard factory 909 kit. I'm just going to use the kick drum, clap, the open hi-hat, and just this low tom as well. I've got a fixed length of 2 bars. I've got record quantize on. Now I have anyway, and the metronome on. So let's record it in. Okay, we'll take the metronome off now. Let's add the clap. Nice. And the open hi-hat. Already sound like a house track, right? Okay, and the low tom. There we go. So that's it, basically, for the drum pattern. I'm then going to go.
And this is the built-in Ableton 909.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds great.
It sounds really good, doesn't it? I've done a bit of processing, like on the hand clap. What have I got? I've sort of added some EQ, some compression. and some chorus ensemble as well. Then we're going to go over to a shaker sound, and I've just got a single sound here, and I've got repeat on. I'm going to take the accent off so I can kind of give it some feel there. So let's just play along with that. There we go. Okay, so the next sound is this chord sound. So I haven't got a keyboard. I'm doing everything on push. I'm going to put the record quantize back on. Fixed length is still at 2 bars. Now, first of all, let's look at the sound. So this was quite tricky, trying to kind of get the sound. I ended up using Serum for this, and I started off wanting to try to use some kind of subtractive synth, like sort of 106 or something, Juno 106, but it wasn't really kind of giving me the right sound. And then I actually consulted with our sound design modulator, and he was like, it sounds to me like it's kind of more metallic, more kind of wavetable-y.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of like used a couple of wavetables here, and also a bandpass filter. That was quite kind of crucial to the sound. It wasn't kind of working just with a normal kind of low pass filter, so I've got the bandpass there. So that's the sound I'm using. Obviously I could have used Ableton Live's wavetable, but when you hit on the right sound, you're thinking, okay, well, I'll just go with that. But I'm sure I could create equally as good a sound using Ableton Live's wavetable. Now this track is in A minor, so I've set the scale to A minor here. So this kind of green pad here is showing me the tonic or the root note. And the chord is an F major 7, and it's got a C down below as well, so it's like an F major 7 over C. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play in the F major 7 and then kind of add the C underneath that as well. So let's go. Cool. And I've also added a macro here for the filter cutoff. It's quite nice. Okay, there are 2 more elements. One I'm going to put in, I'm going to program in, the other one I'm going to play live. So the next one is the bass line. And for this, I use a good old favourite, which is the Tal Uno LX.
Which it probably was, to be fair.
So this is really cool. I'm actually gonna, this is a 4-bar loop, so I'm gonna turn the fixed length to 4 bars. And let's just play this in. There we go. So they're the key elements. I mentioned this other element as well, which is the string here. This is Weeping Strings. This is actually an Ableton Live factory sound, and I'm going to play this in live. But this is it kind of goes like this. So we've got the elements in here, and as ever with these deconstructions, I want to kind of put an a cappella in. Sometimes I'll kind of get a vocalist in, sometimes I'll look on YouTube to see if there's a studio a cappella available. Sometimes I'll kind of use some sort of stem separation software to kind of get that. This is a new one where I've actually got someone in, one of our students, Jade Voice, who's on our music production and vocal performance degree, who is fantastic. And she came in and sung the vocal, and we can actually have a look at the recording session now. Okay, so we're here today at Studio 5 at Penn Street at Point Blank Music School, and I've got the studio set up here. We've got Ableton Live 12 Beta, so that's very nice. It means I can have the mixer in the range view. And yeah, let's get going.
If that don't make you happy, I don't know. If that don't make you happy, I don't know. And if this world were mine, I'd give it to you. If that don't make you happy, I I don't know.
So a fantastic vocal, I'm sure you'll agree. So yeah, we've got it in live here now. I've put this into arrange view. I've done a little bit of kind of production on it, kind of, just cleaned it up a little bit. And I've also bounced it down as well. So we can actually listen to what that sounds like with the backing that I've just put in.
That don't make you happy. I don't know. If that don't make you happy, I don't know.
So yeah, we'll listen through it all and just kind of listen to what she's doing.
Don't make you happy. I don't know.
I did a bit of compression to it, and there's some delay as well. I've kind of got it in a group. Really nice vibrato on her voice, I think.
Give it to you. If that don't make you happy, I don't know.
Love it.
Love it.
That riff, you could just listen to it for hours.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it just never gets boring, does it?
Yeah.
So simple as well.
I mean, I've spoken to some people that have actually worked with Robert Owens, and I understand that when he's in the studio, he really is great improvising. He'll come up with so many brilliant licks and hooks and things.
Yeah.
And I don't know how this worked, but maybe that's how the track was constructed. What we want to try out is putting this into Voice Swap and swapping it out with Robert's voice. So how are we going to do that? Yeah, let's do that. So what I'm going to do is take this and I'm just going to, show in Finder. There we go. And this is the file here. So we could just kind of play this.
I don't know.
So this is it. And let's just show the website here. So this is my account. And if we just kind of go from the home page here, I just go to the upload section, and then we can just choose our model. So we've got Farley Jack Master Funk, Robert Owens, Chuck Roberts, and then what are these ones here? These are kind of other vocalists, other artists.
Liam Bailey's there, Angie Brown, Dominic Young Unique.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic, and that's growing all the time, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely.
Because I'm going to choose Robert Owens, and it's great, and you can see there's sort of an embedded SoundCloud, is it? So you can actually listen to some examples.
Before and after of certain processes going through Robert's model, yeah.
And a little kind of biog as well, so you can kind of read about him. So what I need to do is just take this audio file, right, and just drag it onto this section here, and just process audio. It's got some other things here. It's got auto predict. What does that do then?
So it'll predict. It'll transpose it for you based on the model's characteristics.
Right.
It can be a little bit wonky, but it works well for certain inputs. If you find that you're not sure which key you want to go to, just give it a go and see what happens. In this case, the singer did a brilliant job of keeping it within the same range as Robert, which we'll hear in a sec. But sometimes you might want to go down 4 or 5 semitones. Sometimes you want to go up if you're changing genders or whatever way you want to do it. But it's fun to just experiment with.
So I'm just going to click on Process Audio.
Let's do it.
And I agree to the terms of service. And that's going to process it. There we go. So it's now analysing audio content.
Yeah, so we do filtering to make sure there's no profanities or hate speech within the content first before we let you process it.
All that's happening, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
It takes about, as it says, up to about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But usually a lot less.
Okay, so we have the result.
Yes.
Should we can play it from within
Let's
the browser.
do it.
Should we have a little play? Okay, well there's a little space at the start.
If that don't make you happy, I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Every time I'm like, that's crazy.
If that don't make you happy, I don't know.
Incredible.
I don't
He's got
know.
such a specific voice.
If that don't make you happy.
I think Jay did a brilliant job of like, even though she wasn't trying to do this, their voices just matched well.
Yeah.
Where it's like she's got quite a breathy and soft approach, and that's very similar to Robert's voice. So the model picked up on all of her performance style and applied it to Robert's tone, and it kind of came out like this.
Yeah.
But it's great, and kudos to Robert for going on this journey with us. And he's been innovative since day one as an artist, and he continues to push boundaries by creating an AI version of his voice.
Finally, I can work with Robert Owens.
You can.
Yeah.
As much as you want.
Yeah. But I've heard examples where this has been used and then the artist who's used it has actually kind of got the vocalist in as well.
Yeah.
Record,
Angie Brown is another house vocalist legend. She is on the platform, and she had a producer duo who used her AI voice to make a demo of a track. And then when they finished it, they contacted us and we put them in touch, and then they booked her to come in the studio with them, and she re-recorded what her AI voice had previously sung. So that's great. We love when that happens, because we don't want to say, we've got your AI voice model now, we don't need you anymore. We're saying, this is a route to more revenue, this is a route to more work, more session work, more credits, whatever it might be, on different records. We want to use this as kind of like a platform for artists to highlight their talents. And whether you use it at this point where you're just experimenting, or it's a full-on release, either way the artist benefits because they get paid at every stage.
Cool, so there's two options here. We can save the audio to profile, so what does that do then?
It just adds it to your saved audio section of your site,
Right.
of your profile. You can just give it a name, yeah.
Okay, so I'll call that Robert Mine to Give. There we go. And more importantly,
You can
download.
just download it, yeah.
There we go. So it's downloaded it. I'm going to just hide this now and just go to my downloads. There we go. And there is the file. So I'm going to go, this is my project folder here. So I'm going to go to, I've got a folder here that I've created called Voice Swap. I've done a bit of experimenting already. I'm going to drag this over. And then I'm going to go back to Live and find this folder. And there we go. That's the audio file.
If that don't make you
There he
happy.
is.
There he is.
Love it.
So I'm going to drag this over. There we go.
So previously, you stripped out the effects and the reverb,
Yeah.
because the drier the input for the AI models, the better.
Yeah.
But now you put it back in, you're adding the reverb and stuff back on. So
Yeah. Well, I've got it on this group here. So it's got some Pro Q3,
Gotcha.
EQ. It's got a bit of reverb as well. This group is also actually no, not that group. The actual track actually. Yeah, it's being sent to a return channel here, which has got an echo on it and with a compressor on it as well. So I'm compressing that echo against the actual vocal as well. So if we just hear what that sounds like.
That don't make you happy. I don't know. I don't know.
So let's just give that a little play.
That don't make you happy. I don't know.
Right. However, before we go any further, I want to do this like I normally do and actually kind of perform it, so we can actually
Please
kind of
do.
do an arrangement.
Please do.
Okay. Yeah. What I'm going to do is let's just edit that there, and then edit that there, and let's just warp that as well, and let's make that a loop. And I'm just going to put that over there, and just going to put it on that clip. I've actually kind of taken the stop button away there, because what this allows me to do, I can kind of go back over to session view here, and I'm going to be able to trigger that as an actual kind of vocal clip. So it's got the loop on. So yeah, should we have a listen to the track?
let's do it.
Okay, here we go.
That don't make you happy. I don't know. I don't know. If that don't make you happy. I don't know. I don't know.
we go.
Love it.
Wow. Well,
So
I'm
good.
just super impressed. You know.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
Like, to kind of
Every time someone else does it and it's like comes out like that, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
But you know, it's, as I said before, it's a real credit to the artists for taking the risks, because there are so much fear out there. A lot of it justified around AI. So
Yeah.
for them to be able to give us their voice and allow us to train these models and trust us with their identities, which we take that very seriously. So it's kudos to Robert and the rest of the guys for
Yeah.
going on this crazy journey.
totally. So I mean, what's the future? Well, what's in store?
Yeah, well, we're going to continue to build out more artists. We've got some very big names we're speaking to, which I can't talk about yet.
Right.
But it's really exciting. This particular example is probably the most obvious when people talk about this technology. Being in the studio, working around in Ableton or whatever your DAW is, having an a cappella, or if you're not comfortable, you might be a singer, you might want to sing something into your phone or into your microphone and convert it into a higher quality a cappella from a professional singer, or you might want to make a model of your own voice, which we'll be offering soon. We'll be allowing our people to make models of themselves, which will all have the same kind of protections that we give to the featured artists. Dan, again, always tells the story of working with Rita Ora, where they had 20 minutes with her to record a 4.5-minute song with her and her producers, and she was 7 minutes late, so they had 13 minutes.
Wow.
And they just had this, they had to rush it out and get it all done. But again, you could use this technology in those use cases where you can demo and write without the artist being there, in their voice. You can hear it in the context of what it's going to be, and then you play it for them and then you re-record it. So again, we're not saying it replaces them, it's just as a guide, like a creative tool.
Well, go and check it out. Voice-swap.ai.
That's right.
Yep, and have a play around. You know, it's exactly what I've done, and it's going to open up loads of possibilities. Thanks so much for coming in.
It's a
and
pleasure. Thank you for
talking
having
about
me.
it, and it's really great to be back with you again, doing
It
another
is.
deconstruction. Lovely. Well, thank you very much for watching. We'll be back again very soon for another deconstruction, and yeah, see you very soon.